This is the story of Ningun. Ningun was the most beautiful girl in the village, and Ningun knew it. Almost every man in the village had asked Ningun to marry him. Ningun, will you marry me? You are so beautiful. Will I marry you? Look at you. You have skinny legs. You have a pointy nose. You have lumpy ears. No way I would marry you. So it was with every man in the village. Ningun, you are so beautiful. Will you marry me? Will I marry you? You walk like a turtle. You have sticky up hair. And look at your little beady eyes. No way I would marry you. In this village, there was one hunter who was stronger and more handsome than all the rest. Ningun's father thought perhaps this man would make a good match for his proud and beautiful daughter. So the hunter came to woo Ningun. Ningun, you are so beautiful, and I am the strongest hunter in the village. Surely you would have me as a husband. Ningun looked him up and down, but she was too proud even for him. Would I marry you? Look at you. You have long, gangly arms, you have a big, lumpy nose, and your feet are so big. No way I would marry you. The hunter was so embarrassed. He had never thought of himself as gangly before. He didn't know he had a big nose, and he had never noticed how big his feet were. He went away in shame. Ningun's father said, "This is quite enough. If you can't choose your own husband, then I will have to choose one for you. You have until Saturday night, and then I will choose your husband." Now Ningun was worried. She looked carefully at every man in the village. That one? Surely not. This one? No way. The one over there? Impossible. And so she went through every man in the village. Then, on Saturday, when Ningun was in the market, she saw a handsome stranger. He was tall and slender. He moved so sinuously when he walked, and she could see the muscles rippling under his clothes. He wore a velvet jacket of green, brown, and gold that looked so soft. Ningun went up to him. "Handsome stranger, I am Ningun. I am the prettiest girl in the village." The stranger looked at her. He turned away. Ningun followed him. "Maybe you didn't understand me. I am Ningun, and I am the prettiest girl in the village, and I'm available." "Who is this girl?" The stranger turned away. Still Ningun followed. Everywhere he went that day, Ningun was right behind him. Every time he turned, Ningun was there. "Hey, it's still me, still Ningun, still the most beautiful girl in the village, and still available." Finally, the sun began to set, and the stranger turned to go back into the forest. "Girl, you cannot follow me. You should go home before it is too late." "Oh, handsome stranger, I would follow you anywhere." So the stranger turned and walked into the forest, and Ningun followed. After a while, the stranger turned around and smiled at Ningun, and she saw he had no teeth. "Handsome stranger, what has happened to your teeth?" "My teeth are gone and they won't come back, and you should go home before it's too late." "Oh, handsome stranger, you are even more handsome without your teeth." So the stranger turned, walked deeper into the forest, and Ningun followed. After a while, he stopped and turned, and Ningun saw the stranger had no arms. "My handsome stranger, what has happened to your arms?" "My arms are gone and they won't come back. My teeth are gone and they won't come back. And you should turn back before it's too late." Still Ningun would not give up. "Oh, handsome stranger, you are even more handsome without your arms." The stranger turned and walked deeper into the forest, and Ningun followed. Finally, they reached a giant tree. The stranger turned and leaned against the tree. "Now I am home," he said. And Ningun noticed he had no legs. "Why, handsome stranger, what has happened to your legs?" "My legs are gone and they won't come back. My arms are gone and they won't come back. My teeth are gone and they won't come back. And you should have gone home before it was too late." And with that, he turned and twined himself around the back of the tree. And when his head reappeared the other side, It was the head of a giant snake. Ningun had been following a snake. She turned to run, but she tripped over a tree root. Ah. The snake slithered towards her and began to nibble on her toes. Nee, 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 Ningun, nee, nee. Nee, 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 Ningun, nee, nee. Help! Save, oh, save Ningun, oh! Someone save Ningun, oh! Someone save Ningun, oh! This awful, awful day! And there came walking a hunter, carrying his gun. It was the same hunter that Ningun had turned down. Oh, hunter, hunter, save me! Hunter, save Ningun, oh! Save, oh, save Ningun, oh! This awful, awful day! The hunter looked at her. The snake had swallowed her toes. I don't know Ninguno. I don't know Ninguno. I won't save Ninguno this day or any day. Now the snake was nibbling up to Ningun's knees. Nee, 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 gu, nee, nee. Nee, 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 gu, nee, nee. Hunter, oh hunter, save me! Hunter, save Ninguno! Save, oh save Ninguno, this awful, awful day! The hunter looked. The snake had reached her knees. He turned away. I don't know Ninguno. I don't know Ninguno. I won't save Ninguno this day or any day. Now the snake had reached Ningun's waist. Nee, 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 gu, nee, nee. Nee, 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 gu, nee, nee. Hunter, save Ninguno! Save, oh save Ninguno! Hunter, save Ninguno! This awful, awful day! The hunter looked. The snake had reached her waist. He turned away. I don't know Ninguno. I don't know Ninguno. I won't save Ninguno this day or any day. Now the snake had reached Ningun's neck. Nee, 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 gu, nee, nee. Nee, 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 gu, nee, nee. Hunter, oh hunter, save me. Hunter, save Ninguno. Save, oh, save Ninguno. This awful, awful day. The hunter looked. The snake had reached her neck so that only Ningun's pretty little head was in sight. He turned away. I don't know Ninguno. I don't know Ninguno. I won't save Ninguno this day or any day. Now the snake had reached up to Ningun's chin. The hunter took pity. He shot the snake. The snake writhed and died. But Ningun was still inside him. So the hunter took his knife, he sliced open the snake, peeled back the skin, and took Ningun out. But Ningun was so deformed for being in the snake's stomach. Oh, Hunter, you're so handsome. I see now that you're so handsome. Oh, Hunter, you're so strong. I see now that you are so strong. Yes, yes, I will marry you. Marry you? I would as soon marry a goat as marry you. You are nothing but the remains of a snake's meal. And so it was with every man in the village. No one would marry a snake's dinner. And ever since that day, no girl may choose her own husband. If a girl wishes to get married, her father says, fine, you will marry this one. And that is that.